How are you doing today? Have you ever thought about the importance of your Father's name? You know, this is such an important topic as a believer. Some people, they completely dismiss the notion of Yahweh's name. They would say that God or Lord or some other title or name is sufficient. But you know, in Scripture, we find something completely different. We find in Scripture that His name is important. We find that His name is to be holy, is to be revered, is to be used and praised. Let me share with you some of the information if you want to come over here and maybe learn a few things about Yahweh's name. Number one of my favorite passages is in Isaiah 52, verse 6. Listen to what he says here. It says, "Therefore my people shall know my name, therefore they shall know in that day that I am he that doth speak. Behold, it is I." So here Yahweh says that His people will know His name. And that's such an important truth to understand as believers, that we need to understand and realize that the one we worship has a personal name, and that name is Yahweh. Those who refuse to use His name, to acknowledge His name, they're really missing out on this truth. We also find a few other key points with the name in Acts 2. Acts 2, this is Peter's sermon during the day of Pentecost. And here's what he says in Acts 2, and it's such an important, passage and concept to understand. And verse 21, it says, "And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of Yahweh shall be saved." So we know that Isaiah says, my people are referring to Yahweh's people. They're going to know His name. We find in Acts, according to Peter, which, by the way, this passage here in Acts is a reference to Joel chapter 2. So in Joel 2, which was a minor prophet, not minor because of the message, just the size of the book, shows here that whoever calls on Yahweh's name will find salvation. So it's more than, some people, they'll say something like, well, it's just His character. Or how do you call on a character? You have to call on a name, as we find in Scripture. I want to read just one more passage, and I know we're all familiar with this. In Exodus 20, this is, of course, the Ten Commandments. And within this passage, we find one very important, critical commandment. So here it says, in verse 7, it says, "Thou shalt not take the name of Yahweh thy Elohim in vain, for Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that takes His name in vain." So notice here, it says He's not going to hold the person guiltless who misuses His name. Now the word vain is from the Hebrew shav, and it means in the sense of desolating. So one way we use vain is if we bring it to nothingness. Again, we're making it desolate. So as believers, part of the command of not using Yahweh's name as in vain is not hiding it, is not refusing to use it, is to use it. So let's just review the three things we've learned today. Number one, according to Isaiah, Yahweh's people will know His name. Number two, according to Acts 2, and again, going back to Joel 2, those who call on Yahweh's name will find salvation. And also, as we find here in Exodus 20, the Ten Commandments, we're not to use His name in vain. And one way we do that, again, is when we bring it to desolation. So we're not to do that, we're to use it. So the only way to really honor Yahweh's name is to use His name, to call on His name. Matter of fact, I'll share a real quick chart here we have in the Restoration Study Bible. It's a great chart. This actually is from elder with another assembly. And we have some passages. I'm not going to read the passages. If you want to see this, you can certainly contact the ministry. But here's what we find out about the name in Scripture. Number one, we're to bless the name, we're to call upon the name, we're to confess the name, declare the name, exalt the name, glorify the name, honor the name, magnify the name, praise the name, remember the name, sing to the name, and trust in His name. We find Scripture supporting all those points, that we're to honor and reverence the name of our Father in heaven. I want to thank you for joining with me today and pray that it's a blessed week for you. And until next time, may Yahweh bless you.